Josh Levine. I'm a former U.S. Marine Corps captain and Afghanistan war veteran. As Mira said, I've been involved first with House of Ukraine and then as a co-founder of Shield of Freedom with Mira and some of our other board members, basically providing direct aid to the front lines, to first responders and defenders at the front lines. Really what our goal is to kind of fill in the gaps where government aid falls short. There's certain big weapon systems that governments provide, and then there is stuff that the guys provide with their own paychecks. And for those of you who don't know, the soldiers there get paid somewhere between $500 to $1,000 a month, maybe, on the good months. And almost every single penny of that money goes back into their unit, buying medical supplies for their unit, buying radios, everything else like that. A lot of the soldiers we know are $4,000 or $5,000 in debt, and they do it because they need to get an evacuation vehicle for their unit. They need to get a drone for their unit. And think about that. They're having a hard time supporting their families, doing literally the toughest job on earth, and getting paid basically nothing because all their money goes back into their unit. So that's where we try to help out. It's a lot different than like when I was in Afghanistan. We got care packages and we loved getting those, and you might have seen that we get the Starbucks packets and some letters from kids, and that was really, it was uplifting and it was valuable. But what we do in Ukraine is, and I say we, but I'm talking about everyone here. I'm not talking about me. We can't do it alone. It's every single one of you who takes the time to donate, buy, spend something on the silent auction, shows up every single weekend to play and get donations from the public in Balboa Park. All of us, what we do is we get things for the frontline guys, and we talk to battalion commanders and regimental commanders and down to the lowest troops. But the stuff we're getting, they really need. They don't have an evacuation vehicle. They don't have a repeater for their drones. They don't have enough IFACs or tourniquets for their guys. They don't have ground drones that are more and more commonly being used to evacuate wounded soldiers off the battlefield when they can't go into there with armored vehicles because they're going to get blown up. That's what we do. That's what all of us, we do, in case you don't know it. And if you want to, you can follow it all on our Twitter page or on our page. We tried, you saw the one video from soldiers, but we post a video, I'd say, almost every day, every couple of days from soldiers all across the front lines, and it really does make a big impact. The one thing I wanted to point out, just 4 years into the war, as time goes on, is I have noticed more and more people coming up to me and saying, does it really matter anymore? Is what I'm doing really going to make a difference? Aren't we just prolonging the war? Russia's not going to quit. Putin will never give up. They're incrementally gaining ground. Is it even worth it? And I'm here to tell you today, hell yes it is. Hell yes. It is the most important thing you possibly can do. It does make a difference. And what Mira said is 100% true. Russia is losing this war. If I'm the person they are losing, I'm telling you. If you think about what Ukraine has done, it's nothing short of a miracle. The country that was supposed to survive 3 days, 4 years later, it's not just that it has survived for 4 years. It sunk the flagship of the Russian Navy. It sunk 2 submarines. The rest of the Black Sea Fleet is hiding in a port. It has destroyed 2 AWAC aircraft, which are incredibly valuable and difficult. It has shot down many fighter jets from the Russian Air Force. It had perhaps the most impressive covert operation in human history, at least one of them in Operation Spiderweb, destroying billions of dollars of Russian strategic aircraft that they can no longer rebuild. It has had successful operations in Kherson and Kharkiv. It has shocked the world by standing against Russia with all the different types of attacks that it's had. It survived a winter when they tried to freeze people, when a lot of people were getting power for 3 hours a day. And all of these things that and this is just a tip of the iceberg type of things that it is accomplished. In the meantime, what has happened to Russia? What are the Ukrainian defenders doing? When I talk to the guys on the phone, as Mira said, or on chatting with them, which I do hours every day, one of the things I always tell them, and especially when I first meet them, is thank you for defending Ukraine and the free world. It's not just that they're defending Ukraine, they're defending all of us. They're defending all of Europe, and they're also